Well, Apple's always going to do Apple things, and they unexpectedly dropped watchOS 26 Beta 9 today. We didn't expect a Beta 9 for everything, but they did release it for all of their main OSs, and obviously watchOS is no different. So just jumping around it, I have to say, so far so good. It's obviously still re-indexing everything and getting everything up to par, but already at this point, from the install to jumping around, I have to say I am definitely impressed. Everything's actually working and really operating smoother than Beta 8 is, and we really didn't have any issues with Beta 8. Let's talk about a couple things first. So jumping into the developer notes from developer.apple.com, we're not going to read all these, but if you scroll down through to watchOS 26 Beta 9 and look at the release notes, they are in fact actually updated, as you can see here, and there is a slew of resolved issues as well as known issues that still remain. Again, I'm not going to go through all these, but you can see it is a laundry list of items that are here that you can go read at any time, again, under developer.apple.com. So jumping into the watch app itself on the iPhone for easiness to see, if you go into obviously settings, general, and about, the build number here is now a B build, not an A build, unlike iOS is. So we have a build here of 23R5350B. Now, I don't believe this is any cause for alarm. The RC is still going to come out next week, and we'll talk about the release schedule here in a minute, but just how responsive everything has been is a good sign. Again, unsurprisingly, no new watch faces. It's everything that has remained to this point in time. So just keep in mind, they are still tweaking some little things on the back end. But as you can see here, and as you saw a minute ago, everything has been and continues to work smoothly. Let's quickly jump into battery and look at what our battery health is, since we actually did get some degradation on our iPhone last time since our update. So we were at 90%, and it looks like we still are at 90% max capacity, and that's good to see considering we've had this for about 2 years. Not crazy, not ideal necessarily, but still working and holding strong. It looks like everything's actually working perfect on the watch right now. So let's talk quickly about what this means for the release schedule. As it is now September 2nd, and again, we expected a bye week basically without receiving a beta, but here we are. What this means is we are still a week away from today for Apple's event on the 9th, and right after that, probably around 3 p.m. Eastern Time, we should receive the RC of iPadOS, watchOS, and iOS for registered developers. We also should then expect on the 15th still to receive the final public beta. Again, not beta, excuse me, the final public release of watchOS. And again, Apple will confirm this at the event on the 19th as far as their plans going forward. In between here too, we will have pre-orders and a release date of probably the 19th. So on the 12th here, we can expect pre-orders to go live for all of Apple's latest devices, iPhones, Apple Watches, AirPods Pro 3s, and whatever else they want to come out with. Obviously, new bands and other accessories will be part of that. And then on the 19th, they will be available for the public. They'll get delivered, or you can go pick them up and walk into any store and leave with them. So we are only a couple of weeks away from all of this going down, which is going to be awesome. So again, jumping back into the Apple Watch app, nothing new is here. Again, no new gestures, no new double tap features, nothing else. Liquid glass is what it looked like on Beta 8. So just keep all of that in mind. Betas 8, 9, and really starting possibly as far back as Beta 7, mostly will be performance improvements and battery improvements as well. Everything under the hood, not too much visually for customers. Having said all this, again, Beta 8 was phenomenal. Battery life was much more consistent, and I'm thinking hopefully battery life on Beta 9 should be even better than that. But I need to know down below, comment you guys, what has battery life been and what model Apple Watch are you running, giving us these data points. I'm very curious to see how it's been on older watches and even Ultras as far back as the original. But as you can see, I'm not seeing any lag, and this looks ready to go considering this is a 2-year-old device. Granted, it's the most recent one, everything looks really good. So short, quick one for you guys today. Let me know in the comments down below. How is it working for you? What are you most looking forward to for the Series 11 and Ultra 3? We'll catch you in the next one. Peace.